Hello, hello. I'm Bri. Thank you guys for joining me again today. This is going to just be a general collective reading for whoever needs it. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I appreciate your thumbs up. I hope you guys are having a great April. I know many of you are, and enjoying the spring as things change and move forward. I just got home from work myself. Okay. Make sure you leave your comments, your thumbs up, and your likes. Let's see, we're starting off with combative energy, challenging energy for whoever's connected with my reading right now. I'm feeling this energy at more like people coming towards you with their jealousies, their issues, projecting their insecurities on you, just basically harassing you. Some of you are being harassed by somebody in your neighborhood, potentially, somebody at work or a family member, a friend. But, you know, it's less of the at odds behavior and the more of a mild kind of attack energy towards whomever this reading is um, vibing with. So just make sure you're keeping your energy clear, you're protecting yourself and defending yourself. All right, we have the Seven of Autumn here. Things are going to change. Things are going to change soon. So, whoever you're having an issue with, that's going to change. Looks like they're going to be moving on very soon, um, leaving the job, probably being made to leave the job, being made to leave the neighborhood in some kind of way for some kind of reason. But it looks like your problem with that person or people is going to be ending very soon for the collective of my soul tribe out there that's vibing with me right now. And it also looks like, you know, your hard work, your dedication, you sticking it out and everything. Some of you guys might end up with a monetary reward of some kind or just an increase in money for your efforts. Maybe your boss will recognize, wow, this person was telling me the truth the whole time, and this other person was lying or stealing or doing whatever they were doing from the company, and that might result in that person being let go and you getting a raise. Things like that. If you are having disputes in court, let's say with landlords and tenants, these things look successful for you. It looks like you're going to come out on top and you might come out with some sort of a financial gain, whether that be actual money or maybe you'll end up with a free month's rent. But it looks like your problem financially and with this irritant here is going to be going away rather soon for a lot of you guys. So try to ease your mind and just try to chill out and do things that you enjoy right now to try to get over the situation. So the good thing is, like I said, it's ending and you have prosperity coming because you're about to move forward. And that's probably, you know what they say, the moment you're about to break out, the moment you're about to hit a good stride and become very successful, the devil per se throws all his tricks at you. And that's because you're closer than you think to what you were working towards. So it looks like new things, new opportunities, and great things are going to be coming towards you in this period because of this issue or related to this issue here. The universe called in a tower moment, or you created a tower moment yourself and said, I'm not going to take this. This is what I'm going to do. And they're going to go away. So you are making sure the people around you, the people in your life, your family, your friends, you're really taking stock of the situations in your life, the people in your life, and you're saying who needs to be there, where you need to be, who's going to come with you on this next step of the journey, and these combative people, these frenemies, these, false co-workers and bad neighbors and things like that are going to be dealt with. So that's positive energy. So the universe is saying, go ahead, let it go, give it to them. They heard your plea, and it's going to be answered, And the good thing is, um, this is a positive tower. Towers, of course, can lead to positivity or something we would deem as a human as a negative experience towards us. But this is going to lead to something beneficial for you. So let these jerky people build up their karma because it's not going to be nice for them, you know. Ada Winter. So look, Don't let people beat you down and make you believe you are less than anything than what you are. You are amazing, okay? So don't let anyone have you believe you are anything less than great, capable, smart, and fully able, responsible, reliable, all those things, all those positive qualities that are really amazing that we look for in humans, okay? Don't let anybody beat your confidence down. Don't let this situation, these coworkers, that boss, these neighbors beat you down just because you happen to be around like really disgusting, slimy people. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a reflection of you, okay? That is them, that is their energy and their actions. So don't let someone else's perception of you change your perception of who you know you are on the inside. The universe is saying this is a period for you to give yourself love, care. Remember who you are. Remember who you are, who you were before this bad situation, before this bad relationship, this bad job, or whatever it is. And just know that they got your back and they're coming through. Okay, we see the Princess of Winter. A lot of Swords energy coming out. We had the Five of Wands. There's just combative energy during this time for some of you guys who are vibing with this right now. So, but with that said, some of you guys are also finding that these struggles that you are going through are pushing you to spiritual growth or religious growth, um, or having you pursue your personal gifts. We all have them in some way, shape, or form. Some of us know what our gifts are, some of us don't yet, but a lot of you out there are in the pursuit of, I guess you could say, happiness. And some of you guys are going to be coming into some more abilities, proof of abilities. You're going to start seeing repeating numbers and just things of that. And you're going to start understanding what downloads are and how higher beings send you messages that you can use to aid you, along your way. And a lot of times we get information in our dreams or when we're near a dream state or daydreaming. You'd be surprised at how much useful information you could get from yourself if you just kept maybe a dream journal, and maybe if you didn't write down every dream, just the ones that kind of stand out to you and refer back to them. you know During challenging times, you never know what you find in those messages. So I would suggest that you get a dream journal and start writing down repeating sequences of numbers that those of you are going to see. If you start hearing the same name be repeated over and over, I would say if you heard the same name that you typically maybe wouldn't hear in the same day, if you hear that name 3 times or more, you need to write that down. It's things like that. If you see the same year several times in quick succession in a day, you could see 1995 3 times in a few minutes. And 1995 is in no way related to you. But the number sequence is important to you, so you need to write it down. Just things like that. A lot of you are going to be tapping into your own personal abilities, your own personal intuition. You're going to be learning about, healing yourself, healing trauma and cords. And the universe is just saying that this is going to be a breakthrough for you. This situation is going to lead to some spiritual growth for some of you guys out there, and some recovered spiritual, abilities, again, that everybody has. So let's keep going. I'm going to jump into the Kipper deck, another cool deck. I might even pull some romance cards or something like that as well, since this is general. And thank you guys so much for subscribing, watching. I appreciate it. I'm pretty tired. You guys can probably hear that in my voice. For those of you who follow me. But let's get into the reading. Get back into the reading. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for you guys who watch me. I'm pretty tired doing this, but I just kind of felt like I wanted to do a reading for you all a few days ago. And I wasn't able to do it. And I was at work today, and I just knew by about 11 a.m. I had to figure out how I was going to be able to get a video for you guys up. Because I just knew I had to get one for you. Being told to. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups here. This is the love card in this deck. So the good thing is, we see the energy of love being present for many of you who are vibing with me during this time period. This is the Two of Cups. This does denote a soulmate situation. There's so few twin flames out there. I don't want to throw twin flame out too much, but yeah, this does denote a situation involving a soulmate and someone that you love. So let's clarify this and see where we're going with this energy. Okay, so I see where we're going, singles. So, singles, someone from your past, potentially a water sign, is checking in on you, checking up on you, wanting to know what's going on, wanting to know what's happening in your life right now, wanting to see if you might want to hang out with them. So that's totally up to you if you're resonating with a young water sign male energy. Um, and honestly, it could be a male or female energy. Any of you resonating with a youthful, I would say very youthful, 25 and below, maybe 25 and below, maybe. But somebody from your past, or maybe you were 25 when you were dating, that's kind of gonna be checking you out on social media. Might be surprised you get a follow from this person, a like, and you didn't know they had your Instagram, or maybe they liked one of your pictures on Facebook and you totally forgot this person was even a friend of yours on Facebook. Things like that will be happening during this time. I also see some of you all, this is more for my mid 30 viewers and up. I see some of you guys taking on new courses and classes. Some of you guys will be picking up new hobbies during this time as well, during this last couple of weeks of April. And also, for those of you who are in relationships, I'm saying this as you being able to spend some time with your significant other, go out and do things together, even if they're small, but spend some quality time together. You're both kind of wanting it and needing some alone time. You're kind of mirroring each other right now. So you're very in tune with each other's needs for those of you in relationships with a water sign. And so, yeah, this is a good time to kind of develop that love, keep working on that love, reaffirm that love. So, nice. We're moving into way more positive energy. So, we got the victory card. Yay! Six of Wands energy. So, again, we're moving away from this tower energy for those of you who are kind of like vibing with me to this big disruptive energy that kind of shakes things up. For some of you, it shakes things up to bring in love and or wealth or a firmer foundation in your marriage or your relationship. But it looks like you're going to be having a serious, what you would feel would be a serious victory in some aspect of your life that had been troubling you up until now. For those of you who are vibing with me, so that's always positive news. We see great things coming, and who could be mad at that? Absolutely no one. This is fantastic news. Um, and it's a positive energy that's going to carry you for a little while. So make the best of it. Make sure if this is money coming in, you're paying yourself first. You do something nice for yourself. You pay your bills and all that good stuff. And you put a little bit aside and try to have that abundance work more for you. Beautiful energy. Also, some of you guys maybe, this is so random, but some of you guys may be finding yourself taking a trip to New York, New Jersey, San Francisco area, somewhere where you would see large, kind of old style, what are they called, expansion bridges or something like that. It kind of looks like the San Francisco Bridge, San Francisco Bay Bridge. Um, I know they still have those in Europe. So some of you guys may find yourself in a place that has bridges, and you might be crossing one as well. Not so random, but yeah. Anyway, we talked about money coming in, and this deck, the Three of Cups, is truly just financial related. It's related to the old school meaning of the original tarot deck, which has nothing to do with a third party situation as it does in modern times. It is about feeling like you have an abundance of love around you. So a lot of you all may feel like um, you are in a very lucky period in love or regarding the things that you love. Some of you all may now have become a family of three. Maybe you have adopted an animal. Thumbs up if you adopted. Thumbs up if you just gave birth and found out you're going to be a family of three and you're pregnant. Congratulations. But yeah, this is abundance. And when we see this card, this is abundance and cups. So this is abundance of anything you would love. You personally, obviously, I can't identify each of you without relating to each of you. But yeah, this is, after the struggle, it's like the universe said to you, after that tower moment that was created to give you greater spiritual strength, make you stronger. You succeeded, you passed the test. When we see that life experience card, we know we successfully ended a cycle. So a new one begins. And the universe says, hey, we cranking this new one off with love, abundance, money, victories in different aspects of your life. You can't be mad at that. That is fantastic energy for whoever's vibing with this right now. Moving on from this conflict or soon to be moving on from this conflict. For some of you who haven't already got to that point, you all are on different time frames, but this is a great progression. This is like, oh, I passed the challenges. I got over the hill. It's all downhill and coasting right now. So yeah, enjoy the ride. Enjoy this great stuff coming towards you. Let's get the Kipper deck and see what Kipper has to say about this situation here. That's kind of in the past for some of you guys, or potentially just about to come up, or this new love or money. Let's see what Kipper wants to talk about during this time period. And thank you guys so much for your thumbs up, your likes, comments, subscribes. I appreciate it. Okay, community. Sorry, my deck is upside down. Yes, community. So we see some of you all. Wait a minute, this is the courtship card. This is your love. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So we see the courtship card here, and this is related to the love that's coming in. The abundance is kind of doubling down on this abundance energy that we saw here coming up for many of you. Hold on, got the deck. And this beautiful Two of Cups here. So again, for many of you guys, you're going to be getting closer. Or finding a new mate. So that's really nice. Some of you could have just ended a relationship here with this energy. Again, the Five of Springs, a combative person is just challenging you. Now you're moving on for a new, more abundant start. And, you're not going to be looking back at this other person in the past because you have great, clear skies ahead after this tower. So the universe is saying, if you recently broke up, don't let yourself believe you are not beautiful, you are not gorgeous, and that there aren't plenty of men or women out there who would love you for just who you are. Because that's just simply a lie. It's about finding that person. It's about aligning ourselves and getting our energies right so that we can bring in these things that we want. And move away kind of from feeling, a little sharp, and feeling like you have to be on guard all the time. You have gifts coming in from the universe, spiritually and otherwise. For some of you, we see somebody coming back from the past, or you spending time with your spouse, or going out on dates with someone new or old. You would know. Your life is totally different from the next person watching. And then victory. And then it thrusts you right into, you got your victory, you got your love, you got your courtship. So we see a lot of you guys going into relationships or this situation having a lot to do with a relationship in your life, and it would be romantically related. That wouldn't be this is not, your uncle or something like this. When you see the courtship card is always related to romance in this deck. So we see adjudication. So again, some of you guys recently left relationships. You broke up, you separated, or you got divorced, and you'll be seeing victories and such coming your way now that we see this coming to a close or will be coming to a successful close. You'll have your victory, you'll have your new love, you'll have financial abundance, but it looks like whatever this legal or court situation that may be happening within a family or a relationship or friend group or something is going to be successful for the person watching the video. And fair, you know? So it looks like high honor. Interesting. This is an interesting 3 set of kippers. Oh, okay. Somebody's going to be vindicated. Somebody was slandering someone else's name, potentially in court, within the community, within a job situation, or whatever it is. But you're going to be vindicated, and somehow people are going to realize there will be some form of proof. People will realize you were the truthful one, you were the honorable one, and you will be recognized as such amongst your friend group, your peer group, your friends, and your family as having stood your ground and told the truth or been true to yourself and your integrity the whole time. And I think that's why you built up the good karma. All this good karma we keep saying. Because you were just honest and you worked within your integrity, and that's going to leave this other person or people involved like really out in the cold. For me, when I see the despair card, it often gives me 5 of Cups energy. Like this person is really going to be out alone with like just their dog, feeling like, or whatever, but feeling like crap for what they did. And their bad karma is kind of going to play on their mind. And you know what happens when you start looping negative thoughts and things? It just brings in more negative energy. Like this might even affect this person's employment, as I mentioned earlier. This might affect this person's housing or home. Obviously, if they don't have a job, this could be someone going through a separation or a divorce. This could be your former spouse, boyfriend, or girlfriend out in the cold after you kick their ass out. Who knows? But this is not your energy. This is not this energy I'm vibing with. This person is devastated. It makes me want to pull more cards on this. Hold on, guys. Because it's different energy. I'm just going to pull out the traditional tarot deck and see what they're telling me about this person's energy. What's going to happen to them for the negative karma. I really just want to know what's happening with this negative karma. Because it's definitely not high vibey like this energy over here. This card came out heavy, heavy, heavy. So, obviously I always shuffle my cards, but I want you guys to be able to see I'm not just, these were shuffled before, So, but anyway. Empress. Yeah, it's over you. This is over my divine feminines. This is over their soulmate. They're in despair over you. So some of you guys broke up with somebody. Like I said, that was that underlying energy. The high vibey energy was more present, and I'll tell you why. Because most of you haven't just broken up with somebody. Most of you are just single or in a relationship. So that small portion of energy poked through, but it wasn't the larger energy for the collective. But yeah, for those of you who broke up, this person's basically going to feel initially they're in despair over you. All of this is happening because of you, when the reality is this person is in despair because they slandered your name, they lied on you, they gossiped, they were disloyal, they did all kinds of things that would have made the Empress, who is loving, nurturing, who cares for the community. She represents all queens in one. And this person over here, this despair energy, this despair guy, this freaking character had the audacity to try to do something to harm the Empress. And obviously, the Empress is typically of the earth sign, but in a general reading, as I'm reading the cards in a general manner, this just represents the feminine. Yeah. You said no way. I'm not gonna fight every day. I'm not gonna, fight for a harmful relationship. I'm not gonna fight to clear it to every day to say I did my job or whatever. No, I'm not gonna put up with these sneaky people. So I see you standing up for yourself. Again, we saw that 5 energy come out first. So I see you standing up for yourself. The universe called judgment. You stood up for yourself, and the reinforcements got called in. And so this person's in despair. What can you do? From what I'm feeling here, whatever happened to this person in the despair energy, they brought it on themselves. Like they're a terrible boss, they're a terrible coworker, manager, whatever it is, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. That energy is like, stay gone. So let's go ahead. Let me get. Uh, okay, this is gonna be longer than I thought. Let me get my psychic tarot deck. See if there's anything energetically you need to know, anything else I need to ask, or not ask, but touch on for you guys for this general reading. And thank you guys so much for watching the general. It's for anybody who just needed a reading before I put out the bi-weeklies. Oh, I got my tiers finally set on Patreon, so I'll be doing exclusive content over there. And you can hit the link on my homepage on YouTube so you can see the tiers and what you'd get. And I am going to be adding a couple of things to tiers 2 and 3, just FYI. Yes, memories of love. Okay, so this is kind of like a little bit of that 6 of Cups energy a little bit. So we see some of you guys spending time with your children or someone from the past. Again, kind of that Cups energy we saw earlier, that the Prince of Cups here we saw earlier. So some of you guys are going to be having a victory with someone from the past that was non-toxic. This wasn't a bad relationship for whatever reason. Your paths had to end at that time. But some of you guys are going to be reconnecting with somebody who you knew from, it could be 6 months ago and you just haven't seen them. But that would still be considered the past. And I would say probably no further back than 6 to 9 years or so. But yeah, some of you guys are, or when you were 6. So anyway, you guys are be reconnecting. Some of you guys are reminiscing during this time period. Some of you guys are still a little melancholy. If you did have a breakup recently, you're still moving out of that energy, but you're doing an excellent job, And some of you guys are just bummed because you're going through particular situations, maybe with work or in your home or some other environment with some person that is just like ridiculous. And you're kind of remembering a better time, but at the end of the day, this is excellent love energy. This is excellent loving energy. Some of you also may have small children around the age of 6. Some of you might split custody of children with former spouses as well, but it'll be like your weekend or something like that. Some of you have a child turning 6. Thumbs up for that. Happy birthday. Patience, planning. So we see this is the universe saying that your seeds, the seeds that you have planted, are coming to fruition, that you're going to be rewarded for the things that, you've worked for, the things that people have unjustly taken from you, whether that's, again, slander your name, tarnish your image, do anything to disrupt your path or slow your path down. The universe is saying, have patience. We've seen it. The seeds have been planted. Your intention was pure and made with integrity, and we saw you put the effort behind it, and now they're growing. So great energy. It's spring, everything is coming into bloom. So why not finances, Stand your ground. The universe is telling you they got your back in this situation. For those of you going through any sort of a court situation, legality, you're being harassed, like it's coming to an end. The universe is telling you to stand your ground because they got your back. Okay? When you're on the side of right and justice, it's a lot easier to call in help, and get it. So I want to move on to my new favorite deck. This is another Lucy Cavendish deck. I have a couple of her decks. Some of you know because you followed me a long time ago in 2018 when I started a YouTube channel before I paused for like 2 years. Okay, let's see. I love these cards. Inspiration. Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. So this is a great time, to call to whomever you believe in, whatever, life source you believe in, creator, for help because they're there to help you. This is a great time, to just manifest and use your natural magic within, They're there to help you. They will be there. You just need to ask. But at any rate, the situation is going to resolve itself. We saw the judgment card come out too. It's like, nah, the universe said that's enough of that. That is enough of that. Safe travels. What did I tell you? The universe said you're going to be fine. Stand your ground. You have money, abundance, new love coming in, or love coming in, things that you love coming in. And you have the safe travel card. Keep me safe and let me roam far away, but bring me home. Beautiful. So I typically won't read from the books, but I just really love these cards. So I'm going to read it from the book for you guys too, because this has interpretations and it even have cool little affirmations or spells, if you will, which are really just kind of like affirmations. Okay, so we're going to start with inspiration, which is this card here. Inspiration can sometimes evade us. We know we must get started on a project, and yet original, innovative, and exciting options just elude us. There is a reason for this. We humans need the energy of a certain kind of magic in the guise of the genius, the muse, the external divine that roams in search of humans who can bring the sacred into the world just for a time. We connect with genius or muse. It is as if we are connected to an energy that effortlessly channels ideas and inspirations through us. Isis is exactly the right deity to call on to aid you in your efforts to be inspired. An Egyptian goddess of love and magic, she created divine solutions and came up with inspirational ideas when times were difficult. If this card has chosen you, the universe would like you to ease your way through the creative minefield you found yourself in. Cast this spell and you'll find that its enchanting powers reconnect you to a source of inspiration so profound yet so simple that you will wonder what all the concern was about. If you have chosen to cast a spell, you may be feeling in a bit of a fix. Set aside all of your fears and work the spell, safe in knowledge that its magical power will guide you to a new place energetically where new and wonderful ideas are flowing in abundance. So I'm going to stop there because then it goes into the little spell little portion. But this book, these cards are great because they have craft cards, cast cards, activate cards, and empower cards. So it's kind of like this really fantastic, really magical, powerful deck. And I just kind of love it. So we're going to read the safe travel card, which is here. The excitement that accompanies a journey can often be tinged with nerves. Will we see our loved ones again? Will they or we make it safely through their adventures? If this spell has chosen you, the universe is asking that instead of being fearful, you do something to help protect those whom you love. Cast this spell and know that magic will guide them back to you safely and happily. If you choose a spell, you know fear is impractical, even harmful. By choosing to work this spell, you learn a lesson already to move through fear into magical positive action. Congratulations on caring and courageous nature. On carrying on a courageous nature. So that kind of touches on how I was saying that, a little bit earlier, that once we get trapped in that negative thought cycle, it just kind of brings negative in. So it's like put that positive out, expect the positive back, and keep building on that momentum, you know? So we're going to wrap up this general collective reading for mid-April 2021. I'm Bri, by the way, for those of you who don't know me. Appreciate the thumbs up and the like and subscribe. This is our final Goddess Kuan Yin message for this time period. For those of you vibing with me, the gates of heaven. All beings have an ultimate spiritual destiny of happiness and freedom. Yet some can be frightened of the divine love and believe that they will do better to hide from it instead of moving towards it. Sometimes we need to help. Sometimes we need to help beings find their way to the light by holding peace and unconditional love in our hearts as we pray for the good that all creatures deserve. So I just think that was an interesting reading. A lot going on, but a lot of good stuff coming in for whoever this is vibing with. We saw a lot of energies in this reading. We saw fire signs. We saw water signs heavily, if I'm not mistaken. And we saw lots of cups. We saw the Empress represented. Not too many pentacles, though, but you were directly told of finances multiple times. We see some person from your past being potentially in despair over a breakup. Universe calling an end to that. We see many of you guys moving on to new loving relationships or loving your, falling back in love with yourself after a bad situation that really worked on your self-esteem. And we just see positivity wanting to come in, victory, success, abundance. I mean, what more? We see some of you guys winning court cases, legal battles, coming out on top in a manner that you would feel is abundant and prosperous. So this is a great reading. I hope you guys like, share, and follow, and stick around for the bi-weeklies. I'm Bri. You can find my contact information on my About page. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.